I'm a elementary and middle school teacher in Gyeongju, South Korea. And today I'd like to give you a short presentation on public speaking. As a speaking class teacher here, what I do a lot of is presentations where the students will come up and present persuasive speeches on things such as my favorite book, my favorite person, my favorite subject, so on and so forth. And the idea is to persuade the students in the audience to their point of view. Persuasive speeches are some of the most important speeches that one can give. Here in the class, certainly it's not important if one student persuades another that Transformers is a better movie than Iron Man. That's not the point. But the point is to give them the skill sets, the tools necessary so that when they go to university, when they get into the business world, that they have the skills necessary to persuade others. One of the key things in persuading others is being able to make that personal connection. And one can do that really by utilizing one critical skill, and that is eye contact. Eye contact allows people to make a connection with the members of the audience and allows you to build trust and confidence. I want you to imagine for a moment the qualities of some of your favorite teachers. Teachers that, all great teachers have the same qualities. That being that they can remember your name, they made a personal connection to you, they did something special for you, they gave you the aha moment, but they also, what they did was, and this is how they make it, the connection, is they maintain eye contact. Eye contact is important because the eyes are the window to the soul, as they say. Now let me give you an example. I have a student, very good writer, very good speaker, who routinely comes up to do his presentations. Perhaps it's out of nervousness, but he'll come up, he'll look at his feet, and then he'll focus on a spot on the wall, close to the ceiling, and that's what he'll speak to. So what happens then is that the students in the audience go from listening to hearing. So they're no longer hearing or processing the information that he's trying to deliver to them. So the persuasive part of his speech isn't going to work. They're now just simply hearing it, okay, and thinking about what is he looking at, okay? I have another important element of public speaking is the gestures that you use. You don't want to stand here like this, like a robot that can't move, okay? You want to appear natural. You want to be able to use your hands, for example, to express ideas or to make a specific point. You also need to be cognizant. You need to be aware of what you're doing with your body. You want to keep your hands away from your face. You want to be playing with your hair. Okay, those are all signs of nervousness. But you do want to use your hands. We have 5 senses, so we're listening, but we also look and see, and look to see what kind of emotion you're expressing. That's the key to giving a good persuasive speech. There's a great public speaker out there now whose name is Barack Obama. And he became an excellent public speaker, not because he was born with magical powers, but because he's had lots and lots and lots of practice. And that's what I try to encourage my students to think about. With practice, you can become a great public speaker. So I'm going to show you a short video here, and I'd like you to look out for a few things. First, his introductory remarks. That's the first connection that he makes with the students. So what's going to happen is he's going to try to work on their confidence in what he's saying. So hopefully the graph will go up like this, okay? And I'll show you how that works in just a moment.
live now to the UN for remarks from President Obama, speaking to world leaders at the UN General Assembly, the President being escorted in just now.
On behalf of the General Assembly, I have the honor to welcome to the United Nations His Excellency Barack Obama, President of the United States of America, and invite him to address the Assembly. Mr. President.
Mr. President, Mr. Secretary General, fellow delegates, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, just in a space of about 3 seconds there, he did something very, very important, and that was he addressed every member of his audience. Not by name, but by the group they represented. Again, making that first connection. Okay, so what happened was that confidence and trust levels shot up. Okay, he could have said, I'd like to take this time to thank each and every one of you for coming out here on your busy day. I know your time is very valuable to you, and I appreciate your giving me the opportunity to express my point of view. Instead, he just simply thanked the Secretary General, the President, his fellow delegates, and the members of the audience, ladies and gentlemen. Next, what I'd like for you to see is that he has a teleprompter here. That, of course, allows him to see his speech as it scrolls by. So he doesn't have to remember every part of his speech. That allows him a crucial edge in communicating to his audience. You'll note a couple things. The way he uses his hands to express ideas and to make a point. You'll also note that to make eye contact with everyone in the audience, and there's hundreds and hundreds of people here, but he can accomplish that successfully by starting in the middle, slowly going to the left, and then slowly panning to the right, to each side, okay? Nice and natural, no jerking, okay? And you'll see here in just a moment how he accomplishes that.
Each year, we come together to reaffirm the founding vision of this institution. For most of recorded history, individual aspirations were subject to the whims of tyrants and empires. Divisions of race and religion and tribe were settled through the sword and the clash of armies. The idea that nations and peoples could come together in peace to solve their disputes and advance a common prosperity seemed unimaginable. It took the awful carnage of 2 world wars to shift our thinking. The leaders who built the United Nations were not naive. They did not think that...
So, he's a practiced speaker, but I know that with practice, most of my students can get to this level, okay? It's just reinforcing the positive aspects of their speaking and reminding them about eye contact and about the importance of making the connection by building trust and confidence. I hope that this presentation was useful, and thanks very much for your time. Thanks. Bye-bye.